Okay, this is going to feel different. It's just me today, no doc. And honestly, that's exactly how this conversation is supposed to happen. Because we're talking about something that is everywhere right now. Ozempic, Wegovy, weight loss shots. And instead of bringing in research or headlines, I decided to bring in my cousin. Because this is real life. This is something that is actually happening, and you get to hear behind the scenes. Things that nobody is posting about, nobody's talking about.
Welcome to Root Cause Holistic Health. I'm Dr. John Harmon, physician, brain health expert, and your host on this no-fluff journey into whole body healing.
And I'm Tracey Green, wellness coach, mom, and co-host in this space where we get real about what actually heals, not just what's trending.
We're here to help you uncover what's really going on and empower you to take the next step in your healing journey.
Dawn, I'm so excited you're here, and I really appreciate you joining in and adding to this conversation.
Yes, thank you for having me here today to discuss my journey, what led me to Wegovy and where I'm at now.
All right, take me back. We're speaking of Wegovy. All right, take me back to the beginning. Where were you when you decided to start Wegovy?
Well, it started about a year ago. I had been in the military for 24 years, and I got out in 2018. And life happened, and about a year ago, I was up to 240 pounds. I wasn't very pleased with that, being in the military and what the standards had to be to where I ended up at. Where I was, to the massive weight gain, to losing over 70 pounds. Look at those great results. It went from 240 pounds to down to 170.
So walk us through that. Walk us through your journey with Wegovy. And what were you doing? Were you adding any extra supplements? Walk us through that.
Well, I had been put in the VA system, which is my medical health through the VA. Everybody knows the VA. You can either love it or you hate it. And they had brought me through a lot of steps prior to. I did many health classes as far as learning how to eat, learning what to eat, exercise, and all that. So they did everything right. They've tried weight loss pills, things that help me with that, which caused a lot of migraines. And then I'd have to take medicine to stop the migraines. And so you're all constantly taking pill after pill after pill. So everything I tried was not working for me. I think the one medication was called Contrave. I tried that. It worked for me in the past, but it didn't anymore. And so I was like, okay, we need to try something else. So then they put me on a long waiting list for the Wegovy. In order to get on the Wegovy, because of the demand, you had to have certain things. And so I had high cholesterol. High cholesterol was a big thing. They said, okay, we can use this. So then they got me on there. During my time with the Wegovy, I've also learned about patches. They were called LifeWave patches, and I started wearing those during this time, which I'm very thankful for, because I've seen people taking these shots, and I've seen how they get the saggy skin and things like that. And that didn't happen when I took these shots. I was, getting the best of both worlds. All right, I got these patches, which keeps my health at bay. And I think with the Wegovy shots, I could have had a lot more side effects, like hair loss and stuff like that. Because I've seen people and their hair is totally thin. I was like, thank goodness I didn't get that. I got the opposite because of wearing the X39 and stuff, and my hair got thicker instead. Then during this time, I lost the weight and everything, and my cholesterol went down as well, but I kind of contribute that more to the X39 as well, because I only did the patching for within 2 months, and that cholesterol went down. The weight hasn't been gone yet. I've been on this journey with it, and I stopped taking the shots around January timeframe, and I slowly started gaining my appetite back, because it was repressing the appetite, which was great. So I stopped doing that. And now I find myself wanting to eat everything and anything, especially when I'm home. And I was like, okay, this is not good. Because before I'd eat a half a sandwich, I'd be like, okay, I'm full, I can't eat no more. Now I can eat the whole sandwich and the fries or whatever else is with it. And I was like, yeah, I can eat that, just shoving it in. Now, since December, I have gained about 14 pounds, and I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. I did do a weight loss protocol with LifeWave when I was there, and I gained weight a little bit, or I'm sorry, I lost the weight a little bit quicker. And I believe that's the path I'm going to take now and reiterate eating healthier while I do these patches to try to lose that weight, because the diet is most important. It's trying to get your weight under control with the diet. And my least favorite is drinking water. So get that water in there daily as well, because that is the one thing that will kind of help with, with the patching and suppressing that urge to try to go snack and eat ice cream at 11 o'clock at night, because that's my thing. I just love ice cream, and I need to kind of cut that back out again, and it's starting to catch up with me. So now that I've been off, I don't want to do those shots again. I don't. I'm just going to try to stick with the patching and try to find a way to get that appetite under control.
The X39 is the overall health one for the LifeWave patches, the phototherapy. And then isn't the SP6 for appetite control? So is that your plan moving forward, is to incorporate that protocol again with the patching?
Yes. I'm glad you asked that, because I did restart there is a 90-day weight loss protocol with this, and it's the SP6, the X39, X49, and glutathione and Eon. So I'm actually patched up today with that and starting that protocol again. And I have already noticed the difference. I started that maybe 2 days ago. The appetite is getting a little bit more suppressed, a little bit, but it takes time to build in your body. So I already feel the difference. Because it was time to take control, because I get on that scale every day and I get discouraged. Okay, it went up a pound. You know what? Maybe if I just don't eat anything today, it'll go down. And I'm just fooling myself. I said, no, we got to fix this. We can't let it get out of control and end up looking back like the picture at 240 pounds. I don't ever want to see that again.
Right. And I know there's a lot of side effects with the Wegovy and Ozempic. I don't know, before you got on it, did they walk you through like all of the side effects, all of the ingredients? That's my thing, like looking through all the ingredients, side effects. Did they walk you through that?
Not really. They're like, okay, so this isn't working. How about this? And I'm going to tell you, when you're at 240 pounds or whatever, when you're at your max and you're devastated, depressed, and everything, you're going to grab whatever they dangle in front of you that was going to work. You're like, you know what? If that works, I want to do that. And I didn't even care about the side effects. I wasn't looking at ingredients. And I said, I'm just going to put this in and put it in and just keep it to myself and not tell anybody, what I'm doing. Because, a lot of my friends are like, why are you doing that? You know how bad that is for you. And you're one included. And I'm like, let's just not tell them that I'm doing this. I'm just going to keep doing it and hope for the best. But like I said,
if someone's listening out there and they're thinking about the Wegovy shots, the GLP-1, Ozempic, what would you tell them?
Make sure you do your research first. Know what's in it. I am very fortunate that I was doing the LifeWave patches. That at this moment, the side effects have not hindered me at all. Like I did not get the hair loss. I did not get the saggy skin, but there's other stuff that would go through later on that I might not know what I might have a side effect later. It might not show up right now, but it might later. I'm really hoping not. I'm hoping that because I did it in conjunction with the LifeWave, that detoxed whatever was in my body to take it out. I pray and hope that is the case, because at the moment, like I said, I didn't care. I wanted to do whatever it takes to lose that weight now, because the soldier in me is looking at that and it said, hello, fatty, what have you done to yourself? Oh. And it was bad. It's like, no, we don't want this. So I really pray and hope that the side effects are, not as bad. And I know some of the side effects, I did get some, like I know it's going to sound bad, but there was stuff such as constipation. I wouldn't go for over a week, sometimes have to go to the bathroom. I know that's not healthy at all. Mm-hmm. So there was some stuff that, went right away in the beginning that was happening. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I can work through this. I'll figure out something else. So
I love all this. Weight loss isn't the actual goal. The goal should be being healthy. Like all of us should want to be like healthy I want to be in the best shape of my life. We all have that goal number in our head. You know, I know I do. And a lot of my friends, like they want to be down to, you know, their pre-baby weight or whatever. But I really think all of us should just want to be healthy. What is a healthy version of us, right? You can lose weight and still feel stuck in your body. But what are we really after? It's the understanding. And moms out there, I feel like they're broken, you know, they're failing. We were never taught how the body works or question anything. They just want the quick fix. I mean, I saw on the TV the other day, there's a pill now for weight loss. You know, there's other options besides the shots now. Everybody wants that quick fix. So I love that you brought up the patches. As many people know that I do wear LifeWave patches myself. I love them. And I will link in the show notes the weight loss protocol for the LifeWave patches. I believe in the patches. I love the phototherapy science behind it. They're transdermal. There's nothing in the patches, so you don't have to worry about any ingredients or anything. They react to your own body's light. I'll link all that information in the show notes. I think that healing within, like you were talking about, Dawn, and relearning how to eat, what to eat, you know, things like that. I think that is really important. And I think a lot of people don't know what to eat. You know, they're thinking celery, you know, my daughter calls it the rabbit diet, you know, the celery and carrots and things like that, where in today's world, that's not realistic. Not a lot of people have access to organic fruits and vegetables as much as we do. Living in Florida, we have great access to farmers markets. So I love that you said relearning how to eat and then looking at ingredients. That's my big thing. Ice cream, you know, looking for the bioengineered ingredients. I don't think people understand that could be part of your weight loss journey as well. Bioengineered ingredients, AKA forever chemicals, we can't digest them. So they stay with us forever. So you eat something on the back of the back of the label says bioengineered ingredients. It's got to go somewhere. It's clogging up somewhere. You're not digesting it properly. So what does that happen? What happens to that? So I love this conversation and that you were open and willing to talk about your journey, because it's hard to lose weight and then gain it back. That's a hard, I admit I lost weight and I'm gaining some back. So it's a hard thing to talk about.
It is very hard to talk about because I feel like it's like the number one thing out there that people are always constantly worried about is their weight. And us as Americans, you look at us, how big we have become over these years, society, we're all really thick, bigger people, and we're not like we were back in the 40s. And a weight loss journey is something I struggled with my whole life. Every day in my military career, I've always fought to keep my weight down low. I had to do a body fat test from day one to get in the military. Back when I weighed 124 pounds, I was overweight for the military. So weight loss is more like a PTSD for me to get that big as well. So, going through this journey with the Wegovy, I mean, if I had a chance to do it again, I can't answer that, if I would do the Wegovy or just stick with patching, I don't know. I said, when you're at that lowest point in your life, then, being that weight, I'd say, yeah, I want to do the Wegovy because that's what my mindset does. But now that, I don't feel that desperation for it, I said, no, let's go ahead and try other alternatives. Let's try to learn to eat the tools that the VA was trying to give me prior to that I didn't want to hear about. Right. Now I want to take that in consideration. And I do have a lot of notes, and I am going back into those notes now and trying to make meal prep ideas for the week. It's just stuff like that, eating healthier, making healthier choices. And you're right. We have all this food at our hands here in Florida that is a healthier choice. And some of these places you can go to get the organic and things like that versus where I've been in the past. So
I think that you hit on it perfectly with the meal prep part, Dawn. I mean, we do that at my house all the time. I feel like I eat better if I plan out my week. I plan out our breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I pre-make things, so then it's in the freezer. We just have to heat it up. I don't use my microwave. We use the oven for everything, I think. And then I always have a bowl of salad in the refrigerator at all times. So, and carrots and celery and things like that ready to go. I think that meal planning and prepping is probably number one. And I think it's great advice. And then one thing that I learned listening to another podcast a couple days ago, I'm doing some research on Alzheimer's and dementia, and one 25-minute walk a day, just one 25-minute walk every day can decrease your chances for dementia and Alzheimer's by 40%. So you know what I'm doing every day? I mean, I already run, but I'm definitely I'm making it a point to make sure I get out and walk 25 minutes a day. I think that's important to know because, we all, brain health, gut brain health, that's something that we all need to be thinking about all the time.
I agree.
If you take anything away from this, let it be this. Don't skip the part where you learn your body because no shot, no shortcut, no quick fix can replace that. Question everything, trust your gut, and start healing from the root. And as always, stay grateful, stay grounded.
Thanks for tuning in to Root Cause Holistic Health. We're here to help you uncover what's really going on and empower you to take the next step in your healing journey.
Whether you're a mom, a dad, or just someone ready to stop settling for Band-Aid fixes, we hope today's episode gave you something to think about.
If you found this episode valuable, do us a favor, share it with someone you love, and leave a review so we can reach more families like yours.
Make sure to hit follow so you don't miss next week's episode. We've got more honest conversations, practical tips, and root cause wisdom coming your way.
Until next time, stay grounded, stay curious, and most of all, stay connected to what truly matters.
We'll see you next time on Root Cause Holistic Health.